Hey little dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to talk about a few things today. The main thing I want to talk about is V or Taehyung setting a day aside for the OST and to talk about the OST and what has been going on with the soundtrack now. There's some cool things happening with it. I'm very excited to get into it and talk about that. We also get an update on Suga and what he was doing when he wasn't a part of BTS for a day. There's also Suga and IU doing a collaboration apparently, so we're going to talk about that as well. Very interesting and fun video for you. Lots of little teas here, so I'm ready. I'm excited to get into it. At any point in this, if you have an opinion or a comment that you would like to say, just pause the video and be sure to drop it down below and I will definitely read it. Speaking of opinions, if you are new here and you'd like to be the first to leave a comment, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll be notified anytime a new video drops. If you're a hater, you'd like to be the first to leave your hate comment, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be the first to do so. Now, let's jump into it. I was told in one of my recent videos I keep looking to the side. I'm not looking at anything. It's just when I talk, I tend to look away. I'm going to try to make more of an effort to do eye contact. Before we begin into the main tea, there was a little side tea that I want to talk about. Yesterday, I spoke about a girl named Sierra. She is a black dancer. She accused Lisa of stealing dance moves and culture appropriating her culture. But Sierra actually did issue a public apology on her Instagram and I wanted to talk about it. I feel like it's definitely fair to talk about it. Since I very publicly did talk about the fact that Sierra did accuse Lisa of doing something, it's only fair to read the apology and talk about that. Us dumplings can definitely forgive if Sierra happened to offend you. However, you guys shouldn't be offended. It should be Lisa that would be offended. But I'm glad she issued an apology to publicly apologize to Lisa. I'm going to read a little bit of the apology, just the important bits because it is very long. Hello everyone, I want to take the time to clarify recent comments that I have made that have affected more than myself. First, I apologize to everyone who has been directly affected by this. Lisa of Blackpink, YG Entertainment, Chesser, and Block Talent Agency. My recent comments in no way represent them and who they are as an entity. Being an artist, I feel very deeply for my craft, which led me to say things I feel very passionate about, but most certainly could have been better delivered and should not have been delivered when I was emotionally charged and without serious thought put forward before doing so. At this point, I take great responsibility for the aftermath. Consider the times we are in and even more so after I nor anyone should make hateful comments, threats, or harass anyone. This was a lesson to be mindful and a reminder to respect my fellow person's physical, mental well-being. The apology continues to go on there and she definitely does talk about how sorry she is. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pick apart her apology. I know some people are. I don't want to. I do think if she decides to physically apologize and she says sorry, then we should let that go. Especially if someone is willing to own up to everything and really genuinely feel sorry for what she has done, then we can let it go. And then we can allow her to be forgiven and to grow as a person. We all mess up. I mess up a ton of times. I'm probably going to one day have to make an apology too. She seems like a very nice person. I forgive and I stand. I just want everyone to get along, bake a cake of rainbows. I know that sounds like a joke, but I genuinely just want world peace. I'm literally the hippies in the movies. Now to the next piece of Tae, which is literally about Tae. First off, I do have to go back and kind of give some context to what I'm talking about. Quite some time ago, armies were freaking out over Taehyung doing an OST for the drama Itaewon. I have yet to watch the drama. I know I said I would. I'm terrible. I'm sorry. The OST was released before the whole quarantine. I believe the episode came out before the quarantine. This was a time when we were allowed to go outside and be a normal person. I forget what that's like. Which after all this, I will not take for granted. But of course, when the OST was announced and the official episode was released, armies went crazy and freaked out. One, we could be getting a new song. And two, it's with a drama that is very popular. But since it is an OST, it's actually supposed to match the drama. So in order to fully understand the song and the full meaning of the song, you have to catch up with the old episodes to make sure you understand the story. This way, you can more easily pick apart the meaning of the song and really see how beautiful the song is. But armies wanted kind of a moment to talk about the song, to talk about how beautiful the song was, because Taehyung's never really going to perform it. He's never really going to talk about it in interviews. It's never really going to be spoken about unless you actually pick a day to speak about it. Taehyung at the time actually did want to organize a specific date to talk about the song, and give it a light. And armies were very excited about it. I don't believe an actual date was ever actually announced. Let me know if you know that he did. I couldn't find any information on it. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I just couldn't find it. But if it doesn't exist, now is actually a great time to come up with a date and do it now. The song apparently just reached 20 million streams on Spotify. This is without promotion. He doesn't sing it. He doesn't talk about it. I am shooketh to the core. Taehyung is such a great songwriter and great producer. I have heard the song. It is so good. It is called Sweet Night, so please go and stream it. It will give you a sweet night. Stream it before bed and have sweet dreams. I'm done. He has also apparently written a song that might come out on his next album. He is doing this while in quarantine. I've talked about that before. If you want to check it out, you can check out my previous video on that. But we have songs to be excited about. Are you excited? I'm excited. Everyone in your house needs to be excited about this. Is your dog excited? Because it involves them too. So I would love a moment to kind of fangirl over this. Maybe V can pick a day to live stream and really talk about it. I don't know, I feel like maybe this causes for like a champagne moment. Crack the old bottle. Most OSTs, even from really, really popular singers, don't even break like 1 million streams because there's no promotion for it. No one's really talking about it. No one really talks about an OST either. It's like, oh, the song was good, but most people, if they're invested in a movie, they kind of hear the song, but it doesn't register as a song, and they don't really think about it. It's just kind of like, oh, that's part of the drama. They usually just go ahead and talk about the movie and less about the song. So it feels groundbreaking to me, record-breaking even, that people are talking about Taehyung's OST. I'm not sure if it actually is record-breaking though. But it was a good moment for ARMYs as ARMYs hashtagged Sweet Night 20M. This started trending a little bit on Twitter, and a lot of people were taking a moment to enjoying Sweet Night. People were bombarding the hashtag, and it's just so wholesome fun. Taehyung is definitely kind of like this helpless romantic type. I see him in this way that he loves being around people. He loves fantasizing about romance and love and all that stuff. And we know he watches romance movies. We know he's a fan of the show. We also know that he watches kind of gay movies as well, such as Call Me By My Name. So he just loves love in general. He's played the soundtrack to Call Me By My Name before on the piano. So even though I haven't seen Itaewon, I feel like it kind of matches his personality very well, and I feel like the song matches his personality very well as well. I'm just very happy he participated in that show. So like, I don't know what the situation is for shows like that, whether he was asked to participate in that show or whether he just wanted to and they let him. But I think it was very, very cool and very, very great. Films and TV shows represent culture as it is today, and art, obviously. Meaning people 30, 40 years from now are going to be looking at films and TV shows to figure out what culture was like today. So Taehyung got an opportunity to put a little bit of his art in history, which is very, very cool. One Twitter user wrote, "Self-produced and written track. All hail the OST of the century. Sweet Night 20M." And then we have Taehyung there looking beautiful. What a talented little boy we have here. I personally call him my little bad boy. We also have this second user here, and that's on an unpromoted OST and self-produced and written track, which I definitely agree. It is extremely rare to have a song that is unpromoted to be able to get this much attention. There's no features on it. Taehyung literally just wrote it and produced it himself. Taehyung didn't talk too much about it. I personally don't think the drama brought any attention to Taehyung. I personally think Taehyung having an OST brought attention to the drama. So those 20 million streams, that's completely on him. And that's pretty awesome. Sweet Taehyung's getting all the attention. But we also have another BTS member that decided to hop on the collaboration train and work on a little bit of solo projects. And I think they all should too. Suga is apparently doing a collaboration with IU, which is amazing. Shooketh. I love IU. I think she is great. I think she's extremely beautiful and extremely talented. She's obviously been around for a very long time, and I'm glad to hear that she's working with BTS. I can definitely imagine that some BTS members have had a crush on her. Wink, wink. I've had a crush on her. Gay men everywhere have had a crush on her. Straight women have had a crush on her. But this actually might be the answer for questions that ARMYs have had for a very long time. A little while ago, Ariana Grande actually took a photo with BTS, and some of you guys might actually know this. This was BTS's behind the scenes performance for what I believe was their Grammy performance, if I remember correctly. Ariana Grande happened to be in the area when BTS was performing, and she happened to be in the studio lot. Of course, she said she had to stop by and take a picture and say hi, you know, whatever normal people do. That's why we stand the queen. Ariana Grande ended up posting a photo of her and BTS on Twitter. This lovely picture right here. Can I say they all look very cute? At first glance, it's like, yay, cute. But then you look a little bit longer and then you wonder, where's Suga? Like, he's not there. My theory at the time was that he potentially probably went to the bathroom, or he was busy that day, or maybe he was sick. Later, of course, where's Suga started trending on Twitter because obviously, where is he? And everyone was talking about that. That's obviously been a while since that has happened. However, it seems that Yoongi has addressed it now. He seemed pretty regretful, according to some news sources, that he wasn't able to be there and take a photo with Ariana Grande. But he has taken other photos with Ariana Grande before. Apparently, he had a very busy schedule that day and wasn't able to make the practice, and says that he could not have predicted that Ariana Grande would have showed up on the studio and ended up taking a picture. I think otherwise he would have wanted to show up. I would have imagined he would have really liked to be a part of that picture. Dude, I want to be a part of that picture. But I'm glad Yoongi wasn't sick. He wasn't on the toilet taking too long, you know, whatever. He was just simply busy, and that finally closes one of the many mysteries of BTS. But it also shows that Suga was probably working on some solo projects or things by himself, which is why he was busy and had a busy schedule, which is very cool. I like to see some more work. We actually have quite a few more mysteries that have never actually been answered, like the time allegedly Big Hit's YouTube channel was hacked. They never spoke about that. But that's tea for another time, sis. I actually don't know too much about that. I'll really have to look into that. But we can still debate and have a kiki on it. If you would like to do that, just let me know. Also, let me know what you think about this and what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving a comment. As always, I do have a Patreon if you'd like to kind of go over there and contribute back to this channel. It really does help me kind of keep the videos here going and make them better. So thank you so much for anyone who's contributed over there and anyone who is looking to contribute over there. That means so much to me. You can also get exclusive content over there, such as music video reactions, performance reactions, and ship reactions, all that stuff on my Patreon. I'll leave a link in the top of the description down below so you can check it out. There's also 2 videos that will pop up at the end of the screen over here, so make sure you click on one of those and I'll see you over there. Bye.